My name is Arjun and I'm a kid who really likes entrepreneurship. I love to read entrepreneurship books. Recently, I read a book called Shoe Dog, an autobiography by Phi Knight. Today, I will be telling you about Phi Knight's journey. Shoe Dog is a book about Phi Knight and how he started one of the most iconic and inspirational companies in the world. You probably own something made by his company, whether it's a short, t-shirt, or shoes. That company is Nike. Today, I will provide a brief overview of Mr. Knight's journey as well as my thoughts. Let's get started. Mr. Knight was a high school and college track runner. His coach, Mr. Bowerman, liked him a lot because he was good at testing shoes. While writing a college assignment, he came up with an idea. If Japanese cameras could be very popular, why couldn't Japanese shoes become very popular? He made a trip to Japan where he signed a manufacturing deal with a Japanese company called Onitsuka. Mr. Knight and Mr. Bowerman started a company together called Blue Ribbon. At the beginning, Mr. Knight didn't make enough money to be able to live off his company. Therefore, he took a second job as an accountant. His company was growing a lot too. He started hiring employees and gaining more customers. Blue Ribbon sales were doubling almost every year. However, Mr. Knight's company still doesn't make enough money to pay himself a salary. In 1968, he quits his accounting job and takes up a teaching job in the Portland State University. In 1969, his company doubled again and he can finally take a salary. Because of this, he quits his job at the Portland State University. Mr. Knight figured out that their main manufacturer, Onitsuka, was going to betray them. They split from that company and they rebranded themselves as Nike. They reached out to a student at Portland State University called Carolyn Davis to design their famous swoosh logo. In 1972, Nike signed his first endorsement deal with a tennis player named Ilya Nastas. In 1980, the company goes public. In 1984, Nike endorses Michael Jordan and launches Air Jordan shoes. In 1988, the famous Just Do It campaign begins. In 2004, Mr. Knight steps down as CEO and president of Nike but keeps his chairman position on the board. This is a quick summary of the book. Now, here are my thoughts. I learned so much when I read Shoe Dog and researched some more about Mr. Knight's journey. One major thing I learned was don't give up. Although Mr. Knight faced many challenges, he persevered and kept going. Another thing I learned is follow your passion. Mr. Knight followed his passion for sports to make his big company. The final thing I learned is to believe in yourself. Mr. Knight always believed in himself. When talking to others, he was confident in himself and believes he can impress the other person. Put what you learned down in the comments. One major thing that inspired me was how much effort he put into his company. He worked 2 jobs, which is crazy. If I could ask Mr. Knight one question, I would ask him how he got the courage to stand up to Onitsuka. These are my thoughts on the book. Thanks for watching.